Welcome back to Rise and Reflect. In a world that never stops moving, you've been told that the only way to succeed is to grind harder, push longer, and never stop. In Western culture, hustle has become a badge of honor. We glorify exhaustion. We celebrate busyness. We treat burnout like proof of ambition. But here's the truth. Hustle doesn't guarantee happiness. Busyness doesn't equal progress. And exhaustion is not a measure of success. What if the real path to winning isn't about doing more, but about living with less? Less chaos, less pressure, less noise, and more clarity, more freedom, more peace. Today, I'll share 7 mindset shifts that can simplify your life, reclaim your energy, and help you finally feel like you're living, not just surviving. 1. Stop trying to please everyone. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you say no to yourself. You don't owe the world your exhaustion. You owe yourself your truth. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're survival. Think about it. How many times have you agreed to stay late at work, only to miss dinner with your family? How many times have you said yes to an invitation, even when you were exhausted, just to avoid disappointing someone? The truth is, you can't be everything to everyone. And when you try, you lose yourself in the process. Learning to say no is the first step toward living a simpler, more intentional life. 2. Redefine success. In the West, success is often defined by material accumulation. The big house, the fancy car, the corner office. But real success is peace of mind, health, and meaningful relationships. Picture this. One person earns 6 figures, drives a luxury car, and lives in a huge house. But they're stressed, lonely, and exhausted. Another person earns less, lives in a modest home, but wakes up rested, spends time with family, and feels fulfilled. Who's really successful? Success isn't about how much you own. It's about how much joy you feel. Redefining success means shifting your focus from status symbols to meaningful experiences. 3. Embrace rest as fuel. We glorify the grind sleep when you're dead. But rest is not weakness. Rest is strategy. A rested mind sees opportunities, an exhausted mind misses. A rested body makes decisions, a burned out body regrets. Think of athletes. They don't train nonstop. They rest, recover, and then perform at their peak. Why should life be any different? Rest is not the opposite of ambition. It's the foundation of it. Without rest, ambition burns out. With rest, ambition thrives. 4. Choose presence over pressure. Western life is fast. Deadlines, traffic, notifications. Everything screams go faster. But clarity never comes from chaos. It comes from slowing down. Presence means actually living your life instead of racing through it. Eating dinner while scrolling your phone feels rushed. Eating dinner while tasting your food, listening to your family, and being present feels fulfilling. Rushing through a vacation to see everything leaves you exhausted. Slowing down to enjoy one sunset leaves you renewed. Presence is power. Pressure is noise. 5. Detach from comparison. Social media has made comparison a full-time job, but your life isn't a competition. You see someone's highlight reel online and feel behind, but you don't see their struggles, their debt, their doubts. You compare your home, your body, your career to others, and forget that your path is unique. The only person you need to be better than is the version of you from yesterday. Comparison steals joy. Focus restores it. 6. Value quality over quantity. Western culture often equates more with better, more clothes, more gadgets, more goals. But minimalism teaches us that less can be more. A few deep friendships will always outweigh a crowd of shallow ones. A handful of meaningful goals will always outweigh a list of endless distractions. Minimalism isn't about having less. It's about making room for more of what matters. Quality brings satisfaction. Quantity often brings overwhelm. 7. See struggles as signals. Struggle isn't the enemy. Blind struggle is. Every frustration is feedback. Every delay is direction. Every obstacle is asking you to look deeper, not push harder. When you stop fighting, struggle, and start listening to it, you turn pain into perspective and effort into impact. These 7 shifts aren't small tweaks. They're revolutions. They're the difference between burnout and balance, between noise and clarity, between surviving and truly living. So remember this. Simplicity is not about doing less for the sake of it. It's about doing what matters most. It's about reclaiming your energy, protecting your focus, and living with intention. If this reflection spoke to you, breathe it in. Sit with Italiano. And subscribe to Rise and Reflect for more clarity in a world addicted to chaos. You don't need to hustle harder. You need to rise higher. Reflect deeper and live with power, purpose, and peace.